going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. We had an extremely exciting report break within the last 24 hours from friend of the channel and industry insider Mikey Sutton over on his editorial Geekosity that the future of Jon Bernthal's Punisher after his now defunct Netflix series is not only inclusion in the MCU, but an eventual meeting with Tom Holland's Peter Parker. And there's more than a couple of reasons that not only was this a no-brainer, but was bound to happen. And I promise it goes way past their very obvious connection from the comic book pages and the origin of Frank Castle's Punisher, the first time we're introduced to him, which we're going to touch on briefly, but actually stems from a unique connection between Jon Bernthal and Tom Holland, the actors, while they were auditioning for Punisher and Spider-Man respectively at the exact same time. How they're tied and what's seldom known or talked about between these two actors and their Marvel roles. We're going to break down the entirety of this brand new exclusive, talking about the future of his appearance and then how it ties to the comics and the connection between these two actors. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We're still giving away a PlayStation 5 now at 900,000 subscribers. We're also giving away Disney Plus subscriptions every Friday while the shows are live. That'll include tomorrow. All you have to do to be entered to win, hit the sub button, then leave a comment down below. We're also still giving away a PlayStation 5 separately over on my Instagram account, I Am Fire. So if you haven't already, make sure you take the link down in the description or the comments, follow my account, and then leave a like and a comment on this photo right here of me wearing an Iron Man mask and holding a Captain America shield. This is to commemorate the 3-year anniversary of the channel, an extra giveaway as a thank you to the fans. Super simple to enter that one, and far less people are going to do it. Make sure you sub here at the channel, and like I said, hit the link down in the description or the comments to follow me over on Instagram. Now let's get into this exclusive. Breaking last night under the headline, Jon Bernthal's Punisher to face Tom Holland's Spider-Man in MCU film, and I'll leave a link down to the source article below. Mikey Sutton goes on to write, according to a new report, Jon Bernthal's Vigilante fights Spider-Man in another collaboration between Sony and Disney. Insiders can confirm that the companies discussed the characters meeting. On November 26th, Mikey Sutton leaked that Kingpin would appear in the future of Spider-Man's college trilogy, and furthermore, Marvel Studios plans to include Daredevil in the story as well. Very obviously, given their connection in the Netflix series, there's a very clear bridge to bringing this character over. And as he goes on to point out, of course, in the comics, there is that natural connection between Spider-Man and Punisher. If you're not familiar, Frank Castle's Punisher first appeared in Amazing Spider-Man 129. So considering that's where he first appeared in the comics, it would be great homage to see him appear here in a Spider-Man film. But as I mentioned in the prologue, and eerily enough, this is where the story gets pretty weird and seems like it was bound to happen. Their connection going way past the introduction of Frank Castle's Punisher in the pages of a Spider-Man comic, or even the fact that Tom Holland's future trilogies may include some of these Netflix characters. The fact that Jon Bernthal and Tom Holland themselves are forever tied in their auditions for their Marvel roles. They were both on set filming for Pilgrimage back in 2017 when they were auditioning for Spider-Man and Punisher. And this is a direct quote about that whole ordeal from Jon Bernthal. Quote, "I can't say enough good things about Tom. He's got strength and talent and fortitude, and that's not only remarkable for someone his age, but for someone period. We were all part of him nailing and tracking down the Spider-Man role. We got to see his determination. I've never seen anything like that. How hard he fought for it and how he approaches work every day." Comicbook.com goes on to report that Bernthal helped Holland with his auditions when the two were working together on the film Pilgrimage. The pair would film audition material during breaks, and they helped each other deal with the stress that came with these iconic roles. Bernthal said he would read lines off camera for Holland, as he did for many of his Spider-Man tapes, and in return, Holland even acted in a scene for Bernthal's Punisher. He recounted some details about that. Quote, "They used mock scenes, but it was a man telling this young boy about shooting a deer, describing the moment of killing the deer, I believe. We had to play like the deer was there, and I see him getting ready to kill it. He was off camera, and we were like, here, get in here and do it with me." It is crazy to think that just out of synchronicity, these two were working together on a film and then auditioning both for Marvel roles, but these properties weren't adjacent at all. Tom Holland would have been auditioning for the MCU in the role of Spider-Man in Civil War for Sony, on loan to Marvel Studios. Jon Bernthal auditioning for the role of Frank Castle for a Netflix series, and there's so many things that could have happened, like the Netflix deal never having had the rights bounce back to Marvel, or Sony pulling Spider-Man out. That means they wouldn't have lined up. But as luck would have it, and as I said, it seems meant to be, after all these years, they can finally cross over on screen with that initial energy that they used to, well, we'll get them these iconic Marvel roles. I love when stuff like this happens. It's amazing. And I really feel like the Tom Holland that we've come to know and love as Peter Parker will play really well off of how serious Jon Bernthal's Punisher was in that Netflix series. And of course, they're going to have to do a little heavy lifting here to be able to shoehorn how violent that character was in what I'm hoping will be his own Marvel rated R series. We've talked about that a lot at the channel, into PG-13 properties like Tom Holland's Spider-Man and wherever else he's going to pop up in the MCU. There have been rumblings that behind Deadpool, as it forges its way as its first MCU rated R property, that when and if it makes sense, they can make these sort of series rated R. But as we saw with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you can achieve quite a bit with a good amount of well-placed blood. You don't need it to be, well, maybe as gory as that original series was on Netflix. As much as I loved it, if you can find a way to do it creatively and still make shocking images, all that blood that was smeared onto the Captain America shield after John Walker killed that other super soldier definitely was a very poignant scene, and it wasn't, say, anywhere near as graphic as maybe even just the first episode of Punisher over on Netflix, which I highly recommend if you haven't seen already. It is awesome. I am very looking forward to Jon Bernthal's Punisher in the MCU. Speaking of which, guys, let me know where you want to see him show up and who you'd like to see Jon Bernthal's Punisher team up with outside of Tom Holland's Peter Parker. I know a Punisher Blade crossover would be absolutely amazing. Maybe we will eventually get Midnight Suns. Let me know all your thoughts down below, and quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We're still giving away a PlayStation 5 now at 900,000 subscribers. All you have to do to be entered to win or any of the prizes here at the channel, all the same rules will apply. Hit the sub button, then leave a comment down below, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on at the channel, the better chance you have of winning. We are also still giving away a PlayStation 5. We are choosing a winner tomorrow. All you have to do to be entered for that is follow the link down in the description or the comments over to Instagram. My Instagram account is IamFires. Follow that account and make sure you comment on the picture of me wearing an Iron Man mask and holding the Captain America shield. As long as you do that, we're going to pick a winner out of the comments. We'll announce that tomorrow on both Instagram and the YouTube channel. Guys, it's that simple. If you want to keep up with the content better here at the channel, best way to do that is hit that notification bell with notifications turned on. And as always, I would appreciate it if you enjoyed today's video, if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me over on Twitter and Instagram at IamFires. You can find me on Spotify, YouTube, and all other original music platforms under the name All Fires. Thanks so much for checking out the channel, and stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.